All right, Alien fans, the season finale is almost here and there's so much to unpack, so let's get right into it. Alien Earth isn't just setting up a finale, it's setting up an execution. Somebody's going down and it's not going to be pretty. We've got Boy Kavalier's entire empire teetering on this razor's edge of arrogance and control. Morrow is sitting there like a coiled spring ready to explode. And then you've got the eye monster waiting like a loaded gun that nobody's smart enough to put back in its holster. This isn't about who wins, it's about who finally pays the price for playing God with monsters. This finale is shaping up to deliver one of the coldest, most poetic send-offs we've seen in this franchise. Hello everyone, welcome to Digital Charcuterie. My name is James. Thank you so much for stopping by. If you're a fan of Alien Earth, hit that subscribe button. I talk about it all the time on this channel, and I'm going to talk about it again and again and again and again. I have more videos planned until the finale releases, and then I will have my review of that finale. And I want to know your thoughts in the comments down below. Are you liking Alien Earth? What are your likes? What are your dislikes? Let's have a civil conversation in the comments. And remember, we're just having fun. Let's get right to it. Let's start things off with Morrow, because this guy is absolutely central to what's about to go down. From the jump, his entire story has been about survival. When his original crew was ripped apart, he didn't crumble. He adapted, he waited, he studied, he endured. Every betrayal since then, Cavalier's manipulations, the sabotage of his mission, the gut-wrenching loss of his daughter has only sharpened him into something the corporations can't predict. Morrow doesn't just react, he calculates. Every glance from the Lost Boys, every twitch from the Eye Monster, every misstep from Boy Kavalier is logged, analyzed, and weaponized. He knows patience is his deadliest weapon. While the synthetic children flail in confusion and Boy chases illusions of control, Morrow positions himself like a storm brewing quietly on the horizon. The Eye Monster watches, intelligent and unblinking, but it's Morrow who interprets its patterns, learns its quirks, and predicts the moves it hasn't even made yet. By the time the chaos erupts, he won't just survive, he'll bend the battlefield to his will, turning what looked like captivity into the ultimate escape. He's not just another soldier, he's the storm waiting for the right moment to break. And the storm might come through the Eye Monster. My buddy the Eye Monster, she's not just a creepy horror piece for jump scares, she's intelligence. It's alien intellect that operates on a completely different level, and Boy Kavalier's obsession with it is his biggest blind spot. Boy sees the Eye Monster as his toy, his project, his great leap, something to jam into a human host so he can spar with it like some kind of twisted debate club. But what if Morrow becomes the host? Or worse, what if he just aligns with the Eye Monster for his own survival, forging a connection that Boy can't even begin to understand? That's where things get dangerous, because suddenly the smartest child in the room isn't Boy anymore. But while Morrow is locked away in his cell, we've got Kersh. He's Boy's shadow, literally and figuratively, a synthetic who looks loyal, acts obedient, but clearly has his own hidden directives. This guy plays long games. He nudges events instead of forcing them. He watches, calculates, lets humans destroy themselves, then steps in when it benefits him. And in the finale, Kersh becomes the wild card. Does he stand with Boy? Does he betray him? Or does he step into something bigger? Maybe even becoming the ultimate hybrid if the Eye Monster chooses him as a vessel. This show is about hybrids after all, and what's scarier than the shadow finally becoming more human than Peter Pan's shadow? But then we've got Boy Kavalier. Let's really sit with him for a second, because this dude is pure tragedy in motion. He's built this empire of synthetic children, fake families, and false control, all to protect himself from the one thing he can't face: growing up. He hides behind money, tech, manipulation, believing he's smarter than everyone else, when in reality, he's the weakest one in the room. He thinks he's Peter Pan, the eternal child king of his Neverland. But the truth, he's Hook. And just like Hook, he's obsessed with forces way beyond his control. He's circling a crocodile and doesn't even realize his clock is ticking down. Now we gotta talk about the plant alien. No one knows much about this creature, just kind of lingering in the background, waiting for the perfect time to strike, and that time is Tuesday. This is our crocodile, the unstoppable, hungry inevitability that Hook can never escape. If Boy Kavalier dies, I think it's going to be at the jaws of this creature. Poetic, ironic, brutal. The kid who thought he could fly gets dragged down by the very thing he mocked, just like Hook getting eaten alive by the ticking croc. And if Boy Kavalier does not die, if he happens to survive this season, then I think his fate is going to be even darker. He'll be left stripped of his lost boys, his shadow, his company, sitting alone in a broken Neverland, an irrelevant child king trapped in a ruined playroom. Either way, it all ends for Boy this week. Yeah, I'm kind of okay with that. Meanwhile, the corporations, Prodigy, Utani, all of them, they're not walking away unscathed. Prodigy's empire is crumbling from within. Their hybrids are rebelling. Their assets are unstable. Their golden boy genius is losing control. Utani plays the long game, using people like Morrow as pieces on her chessboard. But even she doesn't fully grasp the chaos that's about to be unleashed. Because when the Eye Monster and the Planet Alien are both on board, that's not a chess game anymore. That's full-out war. Picture the finale like this. Boy, desperate and frantic, tries to play God one last time. He pushes Kersh to obey, tries to bend the hybrids to his will, maybe even forces a showdown with Morrow, but the balance has already shifted. The Lost Boys are rebelling. Kersh is eyeing his own freedom. Morrow is ready to break loose, and then the monsters arrive. The Eye Monster with her intellect, the Plant Alien with its sheer inevitability. Neverland just goes up in flames or gets swallowed whole by aliens. That's why I think we're in for a really, really great finale. Because it's not just about who lives or dies, it's about poetic justice. Boy Kavalier thought he was Peter Pan, but he was really Hook all along. Kersh, the shadow, might be the one who truly grows beyond him. Morrow, the survivor, could become the storm that resets the board. And the monsters, they're not pets. They're not tools. They're the ticking crocodiles that no childish tyrant can outrun. So here's what I'm thinking. Boy Kavalier is finished, done, out of here. Either he dies spectacularly, devoured by the very forces he thought he controlled, or he's left alive but becomes completely irrelevant, a child king in a burned-out kingdom. Morrow breaks free, not just escaping but evolving, maybe even merging with the Eye Monster to become something we've never seen before. Kersh, he's the wild card. He could betray, he could ascend, he could even outlive them all. But the one thing we know for sure, Neverland burns. And when the smoke clears, Earth itself will never be the same again. Those are my thoughts going into the finale for Alien Earth Season 1, The Real Monsters. I'll have another video tomorrow night, and then, of course, my review on Tuesday. I am really looking forward to the show. I cannot wait, and I really hope we get some clarity and an announcement for Season 2 before we get this episode, but maybe it'll be right after. The ratings have still been strong for this show, and I'm really enjoying it. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. I really appreciate you guys spending some time with me today. Hit the like button, subscribe button, and until next time, may you be the master of your own universe.